Good morning, students. Welcome in science class. Today, in this chapter, first we will discuss skeleton. What is the meaning of skeleton? A framework of bones or the bony framework inside our body is called skeleton. In human beings, the skeleton is inside the body, so it is also known as the endoskeleton. Bones of the skeleton provides a framework which holds our body together. The skeleton also gives shape to our body. Our human skeleton is mostly made up of bones, some cartilages. Bones are hard and tough, but cartilages are softer than bones. The X-ray images, sometimes if you got fracture or anything, if your part is dislocated, at the time the doctor is advising you to take the X-ray. So X-ray shows the shape and the number of bones in the various parts of our body. There are total 206 bones in the human skeleton, and these are interconnected through the joints to form the various parts of our body. See, this is the figure of the skeleton. It consists of skull, backbone, ribs, breastbone, shoulder bones, hip bone, arm bones, and the leg bones. One by one, we will see all these parts of our skeleton in a detail. First of all, what are the functions of the skeleton? The important function of the skeleton are as follows. The skeleton holds the whole body together and gives it a shape. The skeleton protects all the delicate organs of the body such as brain, heart, lungs, liver, spinal cord. Third, skeleton provides numerous points for the attachment of muscles of the body. Along with the skeletal muscles, skeleton helps in the movement of the body parts and also locomotion, means the walking. Now we will discuss first part of the skeleton, that is the skull. Then we will take backbone, rib cage, shoulder bones, hip bones, and the bones of hand. The bony part of our head is called the skull. In Gujarati, it is also known as the khopri, and Hindi we call it as kapal. Our skull is made up of 22 bony plates together. In Form 5 also you had studied, you had drawn the figure also. Inside the skull, brain is protected. The brain is made up of soft tissue which could be easily damaged without a hard covering. हमारा ब्रेन होता है वो सॉफ्ट टिश्यू से बनता है, उसके ऊपर ये हार्ड कवरिंग नहीं होता है तो हमारा ब्रेन है वो डैमेज हो जाएगा. सो स्कल प्रोटेक्ट्स द ब्रेन. The lower part of the skull contains the face bones. Our face has sense organs such as eyes, ears, and the nose. The skull also protects the main sense organs like eye, ear, and the nose. So functions of the skull are as follows. Skull protects the brain. Second, it protects the sense organs of the face like eyes, ears, and nose, and it also gives shape to our head. Second, that is the backbone. Very nice figure you had drawn in Form 5 also of that backbone. The backbone is a long, hollow, rod-like structure running from neck to the hips inside our body. Neck से लेके hip तक rod-like a structure. It is known as the backbone. In the scientific name of the backbone, it is vertebral column. It is made up of 33 small bones, one over the other, and the small bones which make up the backbone are called the vertebra. See, these small bones, Like this way, total 33 bones are there, and they are known as the vertebra. Between the various vertebra of backbone are the disc of cartilages. उसके बीच में cartilages की disc आती है. And this disc allow the vertebra to move slightly and enable the backbone to move backward and the forward. Backbone also supports the head at its top. Backbone encloses and protects the spinal cord, which is running from neck to the hip of your up to the hip. Spinal cord is the main nerve, passes inside the hollow cavity of the backbone. So from this, the functions of the backbone or the vertebral column are as follows. First, backbone provides main support to the body. Second, backbone supports the head at its top. Third, backbone attaches shoulder bones, ribs and the hip bone. Backbone protects the spinal cord. Third part of your skeleton, that is the rib cage. See, such a nice figure it is given. The front part of the main bone, it is the breastbone, and at the back side bone, it is the backbone. Sometimes if we take a deep breath and if you hold it for a while and move your hands on the chest, you will find a number of bones in the chest region. These bones are called ribs. Ribs are the curved bones in our chest. See, it is a curved bones and it form a cage like a structure. So because of that, it is known as the rib cage. And ribs always exist in pairs. There are 12 pairs of ribs in the chest of our body. There is also a small bone called breastbone in the chest region, means in the front part of our body. One end of all the ribs is joined to the backbone and the other end is joined to the breastbone. आगे breastbone होता है, पीछे backbone होता है. So all that ribs from the front side, it is attached to the breastbone, and at the back side it is attached to the backbone. The hollow, in this way all the rib was part of the backbone and the breastbone joined to form a bony cage or a box-like structure. The hollow bony structure formed by the ribs is called rib cage. So from this, the functions of the rib cage are: it protects the internal organs of the body such as heart, lungs and liver. Rib cage takes part in the breathing movements. So these are the two main functions of the rib cage. Next, that is the shoulder bones, fourth part. Shoulders are the part of the body to which our arms are attached. Human body has the two shoulders, one on each side of the neck. There are two shoulder bones called the collar bones and the shoulder blade. In the detail in that all my previous videos you can see. So collar bone keeps the shoulder apart. ये हमारा shoulder है वो एक दूसरे से जुड़े क्यों नहीं है? Because the collar bones, they keep the shoulder apart. Shoulder blade is a large and the flat triangular bone. Shoulder blade is attached to the backbone by the muscles to allow the free movement of the shoulder. Upper arm fits into the socket of the shoulder blade, forming ball and the socket joint. The main functions of the shoulder bones are as follows. Collar bones on the two sides of the neck keep the shoulders apart. Second function, shoulder blades attach the arms to the body. Our arms are attached to the shoulder blades. Shoulder blades provide sides for the muscles attachment, which move the arms, neck and the upper part of our body. Next, hip bone. Hip bone forms a large basin-shaped frame at the lower end of the backbone, which are attached to the legs. हिप बोन इट इज़ ऑल्सो नोन एज द पेल्विक बोन्स. हिप बोन को पेल्विक बोन भी कहा जाता है. इट इज़ नॉट अ सिंगल बोन. इट इज़ मेड अप ऑफ नंबर ऑफ बोन्स fused together by the fixed joint. In the hip bone, which type of the joint is present? Fixed bone, a fixed joint, and with the fixed joints, number of bones are fixed or the fused together. Hip bone has the two hollow sockets on the two sides of its lower part. The thigh bones of our legs are joined to the hip bone by the ball and the socket joint. Actually, hip bone forms the link between the upper part of our body called the trunk. Trunk means the part of the body excluding head, neck and arm. हेड, नेक और आर्म के सिवा पैरों के ऊपर का जो भाग होता है इट इज़ नोन एज द ट्रंक पार्ट एंड द लेग्स. वी कैन नाउ राइट डाउन द फंक्शंस ऑफ द हिप बोन एज फॉलोज. Hip bone supports and protects the lower organs of the body such as intestine, urinary bladder and internal sex organs. All that internal organs are supported by the hip bone. Hip bone attaches the legs to our body. Hip bone provides sites for the attachment of the muscles that move legs, hips and trunk. Now bones of hand. Our hand is made up of three parts: wrist, palm and the fingers. See such a nice figure of your hand. It is given bones of hand. There is no confusion. Clearly now you can, if you keep this figure in your mind, at least 6 or 7 lines about the bones of the hand you can write it. The wrist consists of 8 small bones known as the carpus. See with the arrow where the carpus are given, and there you can see that 8 small bones are given, wrist bones, they are known as the carpus. Palm of the hand is composed of 5 longer bones called the metacarpus. See where metacarpus are given. palm की जो bones होते हैं उसको metacarpus कहते हैं. The fingers including the thumb are made of jointed bones called the phalanges. There are 3 bones in each finger, but the thumb has only 2 bones. The wrist bones means the carpus form movable joint with the bones of the forearm. Due to this, our wrist is flexible. The palm bones form movable joints with fingers. The finger bones form movable joints among themselves. There are 5 fingers in our hand, including the thumb. The thumb is shorter than other fingers. So students, today skeleton, functions of the skeleton and the main parts of the skeleton, that is the skull, backbone, rib cage, shoulder bones, hip bone and the bones of hand we had seen, and the functions also we had discussed. Thank you students.